Hi guys, and welcome to First Time Fishing in a brand new look garage. It's not a garage anymore, we've converted. It's the First Time Fishing studio here on YouTube. As you can see in the background, we've got the First Time Fishing subscribers charity match trophy at the top there. We've got our 5,000 YouTube subscribers award, and we've also got our 500,000 views, 500,000 views on YouTube. Absolutely mind-blowing. Never thought we'd ever get that when I first started the channel, but today we're going to be following Grant Merrett at the MAP UK Pole Championships. It's a final, it's at Tunnel Barn Farm. We've popped our cameras up so that we can get his strategies, his tactics, how he's going to fish, so you can see how a proper pro fishes a national final competition. It's a massive insight into how some of these anglers think with their game, and it's a fantastic video. The one thing that we have done with this is I have created some behind the scenes footage. I just want to say a massive thank you to those 99p members. If you do want to join, it's just that membership button that's just on the top on the YouTube page, and it's 99p a month. You can withdraw at any time, but it basically just helps me to get an extra camera stand here and just little bits of equipment or some tackle that we want to review, but we will give that tackle away to you members. I wanted to say a massive thank you to you 99p members, so there is going to be a video just for you guys popped up, which is a behind the scene footage of how we actually created this video. We had wind, we had rain, we had cold. It gives you a massive perspective around just what we have to do to bring you the footage here on First Time Fishing. And it might result in a broken chair and probably a little bit of comedy for you. So that is going to be available to anybody who does that 99p a month. If you're not one of those members, massive thank you to you for being a subscriber here on First Time Fishing. It's the best way that you can support the channel is by hitting that subscriber button. We've managed to hit 6,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mega, and we go for the 7,000. So without further ado, let's head to the bank to the MAP UK Pole Championships at Tunnel Barn Farm with the bagger Grant Merrett.
I'm huddled up and I'm freezing here, just shaking like a leaf. There's no insulation, winter's like a thief. Other men step on my toes, been that way since birth. They don't care, nobody knows what my existence is worth. I see your glass is empty now, said the blind man passing by.
Right then, bagger, how are we feeling?
Optimistic.
Optimistic?
Yeah.
Are you feeling positive?
Yeah. I'd say a bit positive, yeah.
So how have you drawn then?
I drew 21 on high. It's like an end of a point here, isn't it?
You haven't got many around you, have you?
No, we've got plenty of space.
So what's the game plan?
Cut some carp across on our pellets.
You've got about 16 metres, haven't
Yeah,
you?
it's a full 16. Hoping the wind's not going to absolutely kill us for that. Got two nice looking edges, and hopefully a bit of meat fishing short. I'm not sure how many shallow fish we caught today, but it is quite a cold easterly wind, isn't it?
Well, last night, like for some unknown reason, we had like 7 degrees at night, didn't we?
Yeah.
6 degrees. It's gone really cold again. But we are on the deepest lake here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, yeah. That could be a really good thing, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously, New's really shallow, Canal and Club, so we'll soon find out, won't we?
What have you got on your side tray?
Pellets, casters and meat. Just chopping a few worms up. You know, if they work, it's mega. If it doesn't matter.
So you're thinking they want the protein today?
Yeah.
All right then. Well, we're going to film you. MAP UK Pole Championships final.
Yeah.
Best of luck, buddy.
Cheers, thank you.
Right then, bagger. It's all started.
Yeah.
I've had the all in.
Yeah.
And you've gone straight across, haven't you?
Yeah, just trying to see if I can get a quick carp across. The last time I was on this lake, there was a lad further down and he caught some carp pretty quickly, just fishing across. So I'm just going to see if I can get a quick mug carp, see what happens really.
Is that going to be the priority today, the carp?
It has been on the other lakes. I know High Pool's got a lot of carp in as well, so let's just see if we can get one and then play it by ear really.
So when you've gone over there, have you dropped anything in, cad potted anything in, or
just cad potted a little bit of meat in, just to see if I can, just a bit of a target bait. I was a bit unsure really whether to fish pellets or meat. I've gone across for meat, but I can change it to pellets if it's rubbish. We'll see what happens.
And what depth have you got over there?
It's about 26 inch I think, so it's not too deep, not too shallow. Just hoping to get a couple of early decent fish to get me going.
There's a lot of activity around your peg, like there's quite a few fish topping at times, isn't there?
Yeah, I think just trying to find out what depth they're in really, see where they're likely to sit all day.
And is that sort of the first thing that you look to do? What depth are the fish at?
Yeah.
And you go and find them?
Yeah. So the guy opposite's just hooked one short in the deepest water, so good chance they might be in the deepest water. We'll give us a couple more minutes, see what happens.
Be nice to get an early fish over there though.
Yeah. I'm not going to give it long. He's up one.
Right, you've been there literally 5 minutes, bagger. What are you thinking then?
That's 2 fish I've seen caught short now in the deepest water, so let's quickly have a look, see if we can catch one.
So moving on to this line, I see that you've just flicked your rig out past where you're fishing.
Yeah. Just slightly, there's a bit of a slope. It is, to be honest, it's quite nice. It's a bit flat, but it is slightly going. So I'm just flick my rig out and just let it come back in onto it. So you're fishing a nice tight line then.
Is that where you're trying to get them, on the down slope?
Yeah. There's no silt there or nothing. It's just a nice hard bottom. Shouldn't foul up so many. Oh. Small fish.
Fish number 1?
Yeah, wrong species, but fish.
There's fish there, it doesn't... You happy with that stamp?
No. No, we need some F1s and some carp really. But it's a bite, so let's have another look.
Right, bagger, what are you doing?
I'm having a quick change plan. Started on meat. I don't think it's right. There is odd fish being caught, and I'm yet to catch an F1. So I'm going to quickly scramble and change to pellets. See if we can get a quick bite. Because at the minute it's just little skimmers.
So you're not feeling the meat?
No, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to go across again now. Just tap some pellets in. And just see if I'll get a quick response from that.
And what's made you make this decision?
There's just not enough signs short. There is an odd fish being caught now, and I'm yet to catch an F1. So, quick change to pellet, and we'll see if we can catch a fish.
What do you think you've hooked into, mate?
Little left one, I reckon.
It's a stamp you want, isn't it?
Hey?
That's a stamp you want, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit better, isn't it? That? Wind's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Wind's nasty.
So you've changed the pellet
Yeah.
and you've had an F1 now. So you're going back, yeah?
Pellets now, yeah.
Back to the same area?
Yeah.
How many pellets in your cab pot?
10, roughly. I'm going to change this to pellets as well now. Keep the caster line topped up.
Another F1.
Another little pound F1.
So, plan to go back over now?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep going for now. Keep feeding the short pole with pellets. I'm going to keep feeding that caster line and just hopefully one of them comes good within the next half hour or so.
Into another one bagger?
Yeah.
So that's now your plan then, is it now? You're just going to keep over there whilst you're landing fish, yeah?
Yeah, just going to keep going for now. Or I'm going to keep dropping short and keep trying that shallow line. Obviously we can catch closer, better. That's like a full 16 over there.
And has that confirmed pellet rather than meat then?
Yeah, definitely early on anyway. Definitely feel like I started on the wrong bait. Definitely should have started on pellets rather than meat. But I think as it warms up, I do feel like meat is going to come good. Catch them bigger fish. Just keep plodding on for now.
Straight away.
See the difference? You're starting the wrong bait.
What you got?
What have I got? F1 I reckon. £1.5. Oh, little carp. Little common. Carl the common.
So tell me, mate, the plan seems to be working over there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I started on meat obviously, and like I said, and it was crap to be honest. So I'll quickly come back short to see if my meat line will work short. I caught 2 little skimmers. So I quickly scrambled the hook length onto me across line to fish hard pellets, hard 4 mils, and I think I've had 6 or 7 F1s now and as many chucks. So I'm just going to change short pole to pellets for now as well.
And have you seen any sign with your cattying over there?
I have seen a little swell, to be honest. There's no one else feeding it round me, so I'm feeding it quite heavy, just to drag everyone else's fish as well. Feel like if there's a line that's going to win us a match today, it could be that one. Everyone's sort of slowed down catching around me now, so we're just going to keep plodding on for a bit longer, unless anything changes.
And it's literally like 10 little micros you're dropping in there.
Tapping in, I'm putting 10 or 12 in the pot and trying to roughly tap half of them out. Usually what's happening here is I'll go in, tap a few in, I'll get an indication normally pretty quick, and then I'll catch a fish. What the problem is, if you empty the whole pot, if you miss that bite, you've got to then ship 60 metres back to refill your pot, which is obviously quite time consuming. So I'm just trying to feed half my pellets the first chuck, and then if then I'd have missed this bite, what I'd have done then is I'd have turned the pot over and just emptied the other 5 or 6 out, so I'll get like 2 goes instead of just obviously emptying the whole pot, missing your bite, and then that's it. Then you've got to come back, refeed. But this is the small F1. It's quite a long way to go for them, but doing okay at the moment. Just going to keep plodding on, and hopefully something a bit shorter comes good. Like that pellet line there could hopefully come good, or better yet, that shallow line there. If that comes good, then it's game on.
So we're about an hour and 15 minutes in now, and it's been really fruitful over that one bank side. We've got around about 11 F1s we've landed, so we're thinking we're probably around about that £17–18 mark at the minute. We're going to be looking for about £80 come the end. We think that's probably £100. I think today I'll win it, but since he's changed to pellet, it's been an absolute game changer. They're just not wanting the meat at all. But yeah, he's almost coming back to refeed now. But yeah, he's doing absolutely mega. Really good. It's all dried up a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone really tough now.
Where's your head at?
I need a final line really to start catching it, because the cloth line's gone. I've got 1 fish shallow on casters. Feel like that's a waste of time. Caught 3 skimmers on the bottom underneath it. I'm yet to have an F1 here, and I ain't had a sign on the edge, so I don't really know what else to do. I think another line, maybe put another line across. But yeah, it's tough going.
What goes through your head at this part of a match then, where you're struggling, you're probably a bit behind, leader of the match? What are you thinking you've got to do? You've only obviously got this one opportunity, haven't you, to try and get a result. You've got 2.5 hours left, and so what are you thinking?
Problem is, it's a tough day. It's very difficult to try and force something because it's hard anyway. Do you know what I mean? You start trying to plough casters in, trying to win now, you're blowing your chance of anything. So I think we've got one short. I think, well, if we can catch a few on this now, it'd be good. But I'm thinking,
What's made you go on the short line?
I just feel like, I don't know. Right, come off. I'd probably foul up. Just tough going, mate. Like just trying to bounce from one line to the other, just trying to catch a fish. Because it really is like winter fishing today. That wind's freezing. Which is obviously killing the shallow fishing. The fish don't really know where they want to be. There's a fish caught over the far bank. That's the first fish I've seen caught for ages.
Yeah, I've noticed that through there.
Looks like a carp as well, that does. So, you never know, you might get some in the edge later on, or this short line might come good. As of yet, you really do with something happening, to be honest.
Right then, bagger. It's dropped about 7 degrees. And I can see that you've changed tactics. We've dried up over the far side. You've done a rotation of your lines. But I can see now what looks like an overshotted rig by the reeds.
Yeah, to be honest, it has got quite desperate. I'm not going to
So what's the rationale behind it then?
My thinking is just to try and feed one line really heavy now. And just try and catch a few fish because it's been tough going. Really tough going. Short pole's been absolutely terrible. Longer line to my left. Shallow's been good for one fish. The bottom's been pretty much horrendous. Best line was across on the bottom, and that's gone a bit weird. So I've just decided now. Got loads of casters in me. I'm just gonna go for it shallow across now. Just hope it comes good. I've had 3 on it since I've been doing it. So hopefully now we'll try and get a run of fish together.
Tell me the pros and cons of an overshotted rig. Because I know you're not the biggest fan of them.
No, I'm not. I just feel like you're flogging a dead horse at times. Basically, you don't know whether there's any fish in your peg or not with an overshotted rig until they pull your elastic out. Whereas with a normal rig, you either get bites or you don't get bites, or you get signs. So obviously if you're getting signs and you're missing a lot of bites, they're obviously shallower. And the same if you're not getting any bites, they're either deeper or they're not there. But to be honest, you can't really do what I'm doing now with a normal rig. To be honest, you can, but it's a bit messy, to be honest. You end up in tangles and you end up hooking a reed a lot, and so really this rig's, you can only really do it with this rig, to be honest. Be efficient enough anyway. But that's 4 we've had now in probably, is that 10 minutes? So let's see if we can get another few. I've actually just started feeding meat short again now. Reason behind that is, I feel like if they come on that meat, they're going to be a lot bigger as well. So I took a few gambles now. We are behind, there's no doubt about that. So I'm going to try and put all my eggs in 2 lines now, and just trying to catch well across here, and short, really short with meat. And hopefully we can just start nicking a few fish off both.
What are the key components about if you are going to fish overshotted?
Yeah.
What do you need to make sure that you're doing, like, in order for it to be effective?
Well, jerking the rig like that. That's another one. So jerking a rig like that has obviously triggered this F1 into snatching up the caster. So it's looking quite promising now, actually. Gone from being very miserable to being not so miserable.
I can see. Oh, mate, well done. That is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. You were absolutely stuck then, weren't you? That's mega.
You like that?
You were stuck in them reeds and you've managed to pull that out. That's unbelievable. That's fishing at its best, that is. Well done, mate. You chuffed for that?
Yeah.
Just explain exactly how you did that. So you hooked into your fish on an overshotted rig.
Yeah.
It's pelted straight for the reeds again, hasn't it?
Yeah, straight through the back it was.
And you've been tangled in the reeds.
Yeah, I think it was more luck than judgment, to be honest.
You came out and then went back in, then came back out again, then back in, and then it just released itself and you managed to bring the fish back.
You know what? It felt sorry for me, that's what it's done. It just felt sorry for me. It's come out. No skill, it just felt sorry for me.
Now this line bagger is becoming quite fruitful, isn't it?
Yeah,
We're getting quite a lot of fish off this now, and it's not taking long to catch them.
yeah, it's probably the best line now, to be honest. Not like the other lines were any good anyway, but I've caught basically every fish up that far away.
Look at that, and honestly, the fish has gone straight for them reeds again, innit?
Yeah.
But you've managed to pull it out. You're almost striking backwards, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just like shifting back with one arm, to be honest. Just trying to get it, desperately trying to get it away from them reeds.
That's such good fishing, mate, that is.
It is on a hard day, I've got to be honest. Probably worth noting I'm fishing white hydro, but it's quite pingy, if that makes sense. It's not like dead soft, you know.
Would you be tempted to up your elastic if you were getting multiple
I'd
problems?
go to grey hydro,
Yeah.
yeah. If I was getting absolutely hammered by them, I would just go up to grey hydro. I was a peg last year, 22 ounce. It's got a massive reed bed, and the first few just absolutely annihilated me on white. So I've changed to grey. I never lost another one.
So at the minute, this line, you're happy with it,
Yeah.
and that's what you're going to continue with, yeah?
You keep feeding this meat short. These are the two lines now. I'm not going to fish anywhere else. It's going to be short and across here.
And there's that movement straight away from the reeds to get that fish away. Right, so we're going to stay on that for a little bit longer then?
Yeah.
Right, we'll join you in a bit then.
I'm huddled up and I'm freezing here, just shaking like a leaf. There's no insulation, winter's like a thief.
So mate, we've had a little bit of rain now.
Yeah,
We've finished from going across. You've potted some big pots in the edges, haven't you?
yeah, I've put some sloppy micros in the edge.
Slop and micro.
Yeah, very over wetted. I've just been throwing a few cubes of meat down here willy-nilly whenever, and I've just had 2 F1s, probably £2.5 each, and I have just lost the carp, so let's hope last half an hour we can catch a few more. Just going in there with a single piece of meat, I'm potting about 5 pieces in and just capping the top of the pot off with me sloppy micro mix.
And how do you think you've got on?
I don't know really, to be honest. I feel like I've done alright in my area.
The thing is, the kind of a day that it's been, it's not going to take many of those big carp to start knocking people out of position, is it?
That's the thing, a lot of the weights here at Tunnel at the moment are carp weights. There's another one on the edge. New pool especially have been catching a lot of carp. The only issue I'll say I got here is it's really deep in the edge. It's like 3 foot deep. Can't find any shallower water.
What's your margin tactic then? You potted a big pot in earlier with your slop and meat and stuff, and then you put some dead reds in as well earlier on.
Yeah.
And then you just left it.
Yeah.
When you approach your margin then, after you've done all that preparation, how will you maintain your feeding? How will you feed that margin whilst you're fishing it?
In this depth now, I'll just pot it with this little pot. I'll just keep going in now. If I can keep getting an odd bite down here, I'll just keep going in with this little pot. But I did give it another half a big pot about 20 minutes ago, and that was the same. It was just like a palm full of micros and probably like 20 pieces of meat. I'm just going in there now, just one single meat on the hook, and then potting 5 pieces in, and just capping the top of the pot off with that over wetted micro mix.
Well done, mate. You got about 5 minutes left. Oh, is it going some? Does it feel like it's foul at that one?
Feels like a
Or
car.
does it feel like a big car?
Big car.
Because we could do with one, couldn't we, Bagger?
We could do with one, yeah.
Look at that. Going under there like that. Putting some extra sections on. Do you think it's close? Is it just there? Oh, the swirls. Check that out. Yeah. Oh, there were the ones we want. Yes.
One more of them would be
You
nice.
happy with that one?
Yeah. Do another one.
Just get back in, mate. Got a few minutes left. Get in, just as we said. Just as we said we could do with one more of them. It's another, put some more sections on, mate. Got like 30 seconds left. It's been alright down that margin.
Big potted it. Hoping for a couple of these.
Oh, what a lump. Let's have a look at him before you keep him in the net, mate. Beautiful. He'll do for our last fish, won't he?
Yeah.
Superb, mate. Mate, you've absolutely... I think you've fished this peg today as best as you possibly could have. It's been very moody.
Been a tough, cold day.
What's your summary?
Possibly should have went overshotted a bit quicker over there.
You wish you'd have gone a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think the reason we caught them carp down there because I've just big potted it. Just started big potting that sloppy micro mix there. A few bits of meat. Luckily we got a couple of carp at the end, but yeah, it's been a tough day.
Overall, you happy, yeah?
Yeah. Reasonably.
Good luck.
Reasonably happy. Now
Let's get packed up. We'll get wide.
Yeah.
Aye. Well done. Nice one.
Yeah.
Did you get many down here today on?
2 or 3, mate. $37.12. $27.10.
It's been a bit awkward. If you face the wind when it's coming at you, it's been a bit awkward.
Yeah. Ain't been the best, mate, but
Mate, if they're not there, if you ain't caught them, they ain't there. That's all I'm saying. Well done, mate.
cheers, Bob.
Good night, Grant.
See you later.
Right in the bagger.
It's been tough, mate. Tough to get the old office.
But you ought to be really proud of yourself because I think the way you've rotated your lines, you have admitted, haven't you? You've said
Yeah.
you wish you'd have gone overshot a bit earlier.
I should have probably gone on that overshotted an hour earlier. My excuse is not going on it is I was catching so well on the bottom. I didn't want to ruin that. And probably when it died off the first time around, instead of trying to pursue and try and catch on the bottom, I should have just started levering casters to them reeds, really. That's the only thing I'd change, I think. Possibly not starting on meat as well. Shouldn't have started on meat, sure. Should have just started on pellets.
Well, this is a luxury of fishing, isn't it? We learn every single time that we fish. You've never fished this peg before, have you?
I've only fished this lake twice.
Yeah.
And I was over there. Peg 4 I was on, I think I was.
And like Graham's just said though, if you ain't caught them, they ain't there, are they? So,
it's worth a bit more than that. If I'm being brutally honest with you, it's worth more than that.
Wow, mate, I'm proud of you. It's been a real good insight into, you know, how you approach your matches and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it does just go to show as well, research at venues and stuff like, you know, you've just said about going on to meet early.
Yeah.
If we'd have just maybe casted
Yeah.
earlier or something like that, you're just going to get that few more fish, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And if somebody else has got 75, 80 pounds,
Yeah.
that could have been the difference between getting and framing, isn't it?
100%. All the small margins make the biggest difference in this game, unfortunately. And probably me not being caught on the ball with my decision making has probably cost me that, to be honest. But I've enjoyed it.
I've loved it, mate. I've learned loads.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely loads. Like,
Do you know what I've learned? Put my thermals on for tomorrow.
yeah.
It's been a nice day out, hasn't it? It's been a bit of a challenge.
Absolutely.
Probably the first real day where I felt like winter is on its way now.
Yeah. We'll pop up at the end of the video where you've come.
Yeah.
With your weight. But finish us off, mate.
If you're out this weekend, tight lines.
And wear your thermals.
And wear your thermals.